Well, today we're going to feature the Hunkydory's Festive Spinner Kit. Now, this is a concept card kit, which means that all of the cards will have the same format, unless, of course, you decide to change them, as Kathy has done. And what's a spinner card? Well, that will show you. They just spin like that when you open them up. Very fun and very festive. So please, come play with us. Now this kit will make 12 cards. There's going to be 2 each of 6, that makes sense. And there are instructions included, and I'll walk you through those. And let's just see what you can do. And at the end, I'll show you the 2 cards that Kathy didn't use. But the first one is, we'll call this our basic card. And you're going to get 2 pieces. In fact, you can see this is the front of the card and the back. It's scored in the middle. And then you see the foiling in there and the printing in there, how pretty. Then there is a separate sheet like this. Now you will pop out the frame, and the frame looks like this before I popped it out. Now you don't use the outside frame or this frame in these particular kits, so you can tuck that and save that for something else. So we'll just set that over there. We'll hold on to this for a minute. And then there is a sheet like this. Now, there are 2 different ones, and I'll show you the second one in the next project, but you can see there's the robin, there are the snow people, and then also an outdoor setting with a house. So that's what's used on this. And there are these layers. Again, I'll show you that in just a second. So step 1, and also the things that you're going to need. So it will be helpful if you have a bone folder, because as you know, whenever something is scored, it's just a really good idea to go over that with a bone folder. And that way it's going to keep that score line very crisp, and you just do that through all of them. And there are, on this particular one, there's 2 sides, and then there's the center one, and that creates the frame for our spinner. So after you take the pieces out of the middle, that's going to go into a mountain fold. These 2 sides are valley folds. And extra sticky tape, well, that's going to be necessary really whenever you have a card that moves, especially a card that has these very slick surfaces. Now, I think what I really appreciate that Hunkydory does is they make the construction so super easy. So you're going to take this piece, this middle piece, and you're going to attach it to the outside pieces of the first card, just like that. Again, you'd want to use the extra sticky tape. So I have that in your pile to use. Okay, so there you've got that. Then when we go to this piece, this is what you call a pyramid. It's going to create a 3D, and what you do is you pop these out and glue them on top of the matching art. So this one is in the center of our card. I'll open that up again to show you. Then this goes on top, and this little guy goes on top of that one that goes on top of that one. So you've got 3 layers. And let me show you. So this is the piece that I pulled out of the frame. And let me show you what Kathy has done. And I'll just let that, it spins when you really have that, so it's not going to get trapped by any of the areas of the card. So here is that piece that I pulled out, as you can see. And so you want to place that down, and then take the piece that you just created, the pyramid, where it's got all of those layers on top of this piece. And you'll notice that that shape is the mirror of this shape. So what you want to do is to trap your fishing line or your thin line or your jute in between the 2 layers, okay? So what we'll do is take extra sticky tape and place it down here, and then put our thread, our ribbon, whatever you want to use for your spinner along that extra sticky tape. So you're going to put it right in the middle, and then put the ribbon over it, and then place that second piece right on top of it, just like this is. And you're going to want that length of fishing line or whatever you choose to use, be about 8 inches. And then that is going to get placed in the center of your card. So pretend like those are attached. Stay. Then you're going to take the 2 lengths of ribbon. So I'll turn this around just so that you've got something to look at. So you've got thread going out here and thread going out here. Then what you want to do is to take extra sticky tape, you know, again, this is really important, and put it along the fold at the top and at the bottom. And then place the ribbon or the thread, I'm going to say thread, okay, fishing line, I'll say fishing line there. And then you've got it over extra sticky tape, then trap it underneath the extra sticky tape. And that way it's going to secure it both at the top and at the bottom so that this is floating in the middle. And there are also, as you can see on this sheet, there are greetings and words that you can use. So what Kathy used, let me get her card. She used Christmas greetings. She foam taped that up there. And then she foam taped Let It Snow right here. And that finished her card. And that is the basic card, okay? So that is just exactly what Hunkydory has in those instructions that are on the back of the package. So you can keep this. And it's nice that this is a separate piece because you can keep that and just remind yourself how to do a spinner card. Now, let's go and see what else you can do. So I'm going to take all of these pieces and set them back. You're still going to need the extra sticky tape. You're still going to need the bone folder. Now for the second card, Kathy did the exact same construction, but she did add a few more things. Well, actually, it's going to be a surprise to Kathy because I added them. Now, what she has, this is her card, and you can leave it exactly like it is, but I thought, well, why not go into our red ribbon set and make a bow? And I did glue it down so that those tails would be identical to what's on the artwork. Then let's get in a bit closer so we can see. I added gold jewel dazzles. Hopefully you're seeing them sparkling there. And simply place them over, there's some gold areas in that artwork. Now the other thing I added, can you see the caviar beads? Well, the caviar beads that I used are red and super simple to attach. So let me just walk you through it. So I placed my card in this tray. Now you could use a box or anything, we just happen to have these trays. And then I took extra sticky, not extra sticky, sorry, the specialist glue. And this is the little adapter that you can get. And just put some dots, several dots. Wherever there was a bead in the artwork, I just put dots, just like that. Now I have to tell you, I learned something because I've been carefully placing my caviar beads with a pair of tweezers, but this time, because the glue was there, I dumped the caviar beads over them and just tapped it off, and by golly, they stayed. It was really nice and really fast, and I'm very happy with the results. So you can use the card like this, or just with a few moments, you can make it three-dimensional and add some other things, or you can leave it flat, whatever you like. But this is what, this is the second project that Kathy has for us. And I just wanted to give you those little bits. So what you have is the card. And again, there's the foiled area on the inside. And then this is the part that's going to be, that the frame is going to be pulled out, it's going to be folded, and it's going to be one of the inside pieces. For the second inside piece, there is this sheet. And you can see it's got the wreath. It also has a very happy Santa. And it also has a fireplace setting with some wine. She did not do this particular one, but she did do the other two. So let me show you what she's got here. So it's going to be the same process for this one. So we've got the different things on the front, but on the inside, everything is exactly the same. And as you can see, that little puppy is spinning. That's exactly what we wanted to do. Now you could add some dazzles here if you wanted to. And the inside is, may the beauty of the season fill your home with joy. And then again, she's got two of the greetings, so she's got them just the same as she did on the first card. So that is our second from Kathy. Now, look what she's done for the third. Now, she decided to do an easel card out of this. And it's going to set just like that. How fun. Very, very nice. And what's so nice about Hunkydory having all of these is that they are printed on all sides. So you've also got those little happy snow people there. Now, normally, you might have thought that that would be the front of your card, but Kathy decided to do a little bit differently. And when she scored this, she had this piece to be her card front. Let me turn this for you. And then she did trim off 1 inch from the card front. Now, she needed to do that so that her easel would stand up. So that was the first thing, is cutting that, and then also making that score line going parallel to the fold halfway on the front of the card. So fold line, another score line, a cut line, and then that's ready to go. So the piece that would normally go on the inside, she has pulled this whole frame out and treated it as though it was one piece. And she glued it to the bottom of her card front. So the bottom of this to the bottom of her card front. And she did take one of the greetings from the sheet. So we've got a snowy greeting, and has foam taped it right there. So that's the beginning of it. And then on the inside of her card, so this would be the inside of her card, you can see where she has taken the layers. We're going back to that first sheet. She has taken those layers and foam taped them in place and created this piece. Now, normally this would be on the inside of her spinner card, but she's elected to do that. And because these are foam taped, that gives her a resting place for her easel card. And it also mirrors the art. So we've got lots of snowflakes. Now, Kathy did add silver dazzle snowflakes on the front, right there, and on the inside. You can add more if you like, and you can add larger ones too, but that will come. So that is her first adaptation to the spinner card, and here is her second adaptation. I thought this was very interesting. She made this into a little book. Look at that. And I think it is just so doggone clever. Now, let me show you how she did that and the pieces that she used. So this is the Santa. So this is her Santa card that she used, and that, as you can see, became her book base. So the front and the back. Now, she did, when there is a score line in the middle, but Kathy also scored a 1/4 inch on each side. There you go. You can see that score line. So she added a score line on each side. That way it will hold her book. Speaking of her book, it is made of pieces of white cardstock. Now, I've measured a couple of them and cut them out so you can see. They are 5 1/4 by 4 1/2. And the 5 1/4, then you want to score the 1/4 inch, just like I've done here. Then you want to put extra sticky tape, remember the extra sticky tape? This is the 1/4 inch right along that score line. And then what you'll do, you'll have 4 pieces. You'll take the liner off and then attach that flap, that 1/4 inch flap, to the other piece of cardstock, and keep doing that to the other pieces. And then this piece will have extra sticky tape, and it will get inserted into the book. So you can see that first one right there, and then the others are attached to each other. Now, there you go. I think you can see that. So they're just folded and extra sticky taped in place. So all 4 of those. Now, it's very nice that the inside of that card has the foiling, isn't it? But she also used, now this would normally have been the inside part that pokes out. Well, she used this whole piece, treated it as one piece, and glued it to the first page of her book. Then she used, and these are the Christmas little words and phrases, and this pack has several different colors. As you can see, red is one of them. She used it to give a start to the journaling. Her hope is that people would write their Christmas memories. So Christmas, is from the Dazzle. She did use the dark red tri-blend marker to do the -24. You know, the other thing I forgot to mention, I was so intrigued in getting this to you, is that on the corner of her pages, she did a corner rounder, and I like the fact, you see how it echoes that rounding corner that you've got on the card base. So that was done with our 3-in-1 punch, and we're just pleased with this. Crafter's Companion did it. So you would want to individually, not nest them together, but individually just go in and put your paper in, punch it. It is just that doggone hard, just like that. Just get it in, and it's going to round your corner. And you want to do that with all of the outside corners, as Kathy has done. And then on the inside back of her card, she has taken the artwork right here and foam taped these pieces in place to give us a 3D Santa, very jolly man, and put him in the back of our card. And that just does a really nice job. Now you could do some other things there if you wanted to also, because you certainly have some pieces left. So 4 cards, 4 ways that you can use them, and 2 of them are going to be a little different than what you might think of as a spinner card, and that's perfectly fine. So here is the package. As I said, it's going to make 12 complete cards. You're going to get 2 of each. Now you've seen 4. The other 2, this is 1, the Christmas Magic. Let's see. And oh, here's the other piece. So here's the outside of the card, and there's that foiling. This is the inside of the card, and this is one of the spinners. You've already seen all of the foil die cuts. So that's 1 card, and this is the 6th one. So this has a family feast going on. There is the foiling. Isn't that lovely? And then Christmas is love with all the trimmings. That's a great phrase, and that's going to go on the inside. Should you choose to use it that way, that's certainly, you've got lots of options. I want to thank Kathy for doing a great job, and thank you, most of all, for being here. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, we hope that you will like us. We hope you'll subscribe. Head on over to paperwishes.com. We are so happy. We carry a lot of Hunkydory items, and we've worked with them for many years and know the family members also. And it's very fun to have something different for our Christmas cards and maybe our Christmas little books too this season. There is a money saver. It's over on the right-hand side of the screen. And you can see all the instructions down below, in addition to the various products that Kathy used along with her project. So thank you. We've got lots more coming. In fact, we have about 25 to 30 webisodes every month. So one lady wrote me today and said she begins every morning watching our webisode, and she can do that, I think, every day but Friday. Okay, thank you so much, and thank you as always for being part of our Paper Wishes family. We'll see you next time. Oh, but wait, I forgot to tell you, you also get envelopes in with these, so everything is complete. Okay, now I'm done. Bye-bye.